If you're over 60, I want you to take a few minutes to hear what I'm about to say. This isn't just advice, it's a heartfelt warning from a neurologist who has seen far too many older adults lose their memory, struggle with sleepless nights, and even suffer strokes, all because of what seem like harmless bedtime habits. I know as the years go by, sleep doesn't come as easily as it used to. You lie down, close your eyes, but your mind keeps spinning with everything around you. The TV still playing in the background, the glow from your phone, maybe a small glass of wine to help you drift off, or those endless worries about your health, your children, or unpaid bills. Then morning comes, and it feels like you never truly slept. Your body feels drained, your mind foggy, your memory fades, and sometimes you notice yourself slowly losing the sharpness you once had. Many people believe that's just a natural part of getting older. But the truth is, in most cases, the real cause isn't age, it's what you do in the hour before you go to bed. Those familiar routines, the ones you think are harmless, may actually be quietly damaging your brain night after night. When you sleep, your brain performs some of its most vital tasks, clearing out toxins, repairing cells, organizing memories, and balancing hormones. It's the only time of day when your brain can truly heal itself. But if you do a few things wrong before going to bed, you're actually blocking that process from happening. You might sleep for hours, but your brain still wakes up exhausted. In this video, I'm going to reveal 8 nighttime habits you need to stop immediately if you want to protect your memory, your sleep, and your clarity of mind. This isn't general advice, it comes from decades of working with older patients who made just a few small changes and saw remarkable improvements in both their health and their overall quality of life. And remember, the most dangerous habit is at the very end of the list. It silently sabotages your sleep and your memory in ways you might never expect. So don't skip ahead. Stay with us until the end of the video, because what you're about to hear could change how your brain functions every night, helping you wake up with a clear mind, refreshed spirit, and a body that's truly rested. Habit number 8, drinking alcohol before bed. Many people believe that a small glass of wine or a nightcap helps them relax and fall asleep more easily. They see it as a harmless bedtime ritual. But from a neurologist perspective, I have to be honest. Alcohol doesn't help you sleep better. It quietly disrupts your sleep architecture and damages your brain health. When you drink alcohol, your nervous system temporarily slows down, making you feel sleepy faster. But that's only a short-term sedative effect. While you think you're relaxing, your brain is actually being disrupted. Alcohol interrupts the REM stage, the most critical phase of sleep, where your brain restores itself, consolidates memories, and clears out toxins accumulated during the day. When REM is cut short, you can sleep for 7-8 hours and still wake up tired, foggy, unfocused, and emotionally off balance. Especially for those over 60, the body processes alcohol more slowly, the liver functions less efficiently, and dehydration happens faster. Even a small evening drink can lead to frequent trips to the bathroom, dehydration, headaches, and restless sleep. Dehydration reduces blood flow to the brain, leaving you feeling heavy-headed, dizzy, and forgetful the next morning. On top of that, alcohol can raise blood pressure and increase the risk of stroke, a risk that older adults absolutely cannot ignore. I remember one of my patients, Mrs. Linda, 71, from California. She told me that for years she had a habit of drinking half a glass of red wine before bed to sleep better and support heart health. But over time, she became increasingly fatigued, her memory declined, and she often woke up in the middle of the night. When she stopped drinking alcohol and switched to a warm cup of chamomile tea instead, within just 2 weeks, her sleep became deeper, and she woke up feeling much more refreshed and alert. If you truly want to relax in the evening, choose more natural and healthy methods. A cup of chamomile tea, a few minutes of deep breathing, or listening to soft music. These are the ways to calm your body and give your brain genuine rest without being tricked by the temporary buzz of alcohol. Habit number 7, using your phone or looking at screens before bed. Do you often pick up your phone to catch up on the news, scroll through social media, or watch a short video before sleeping? For many, it feels like a light entertainment before dozing off. But from a neurologist's perspective, this is a habit that quietly sabotages your sleep and your memory night after night. The blue light emitted from your phone tablet, or TV sends misleading signals to your brain, making it think it's still daytime. When this happens, your body stops producing melatonin, the hormone that makes you feel sleepy and regulates your circadian rhythm. As a result, you lie in bed with wide-awake eyes and a restless mind. Even if you eventually fall asleep, that sleep is often short, fragmented, and lacking sufficient REM, the stage when your brain restores itself and consolidates memories. I once met Mr. Thomas, 68, from California. He complained that he couldn't fall asleep before midnight. When I asked more closely, I found out he often watched news and videos on his phone right up until he felt sleepy. Once he started turning off his phone an hour before bed and replaced it with listening to soft music and reading, within just a week he began falling asleep faster, sleeping more deeply, and waking up feeling refreshed. I never imagined that simply turning off the screen could completely change my sleep, he said. The problem isn't just the blue light. The content you consume before bed also directly affects your nervous system. Negative news, stimulating videos, or stressful conversations overload your brain, putting it on high alert and preventing it from relaxing into deep sleep. That's why many people stay up late, have restless dreams, or wake up in the middle of the night without understanding why. The solution is simple. Turn off all screens at least 60 minutes before bedtime. Give your brain time to recognize that night has arrived. Instead of scrolling through your phone, read a few pages of a light book, listen to calming music, or write a few lines of gratitude in a journal. If you feel lonely, try calling a loved one during the day rather than using your phone to fill the nighttime void. Remember, your brain needs darkness and quiet to restore itself. Every minute you stare at a screen late at night is a minute stolen from deep sleep, memory, and mental clarity the next day. Put the phone down and give your brain the chance to truly rest. Habit number 6, skipping water in the evening. Brain dehydration. Many older adults avoid drinking water at night because they fear waking up to use the bathroom. It might seem reasonable, but from a neurologist perspective, this is one of the most common mistakes that leaves your brain and body exhausted each morning. Skipping water before bed might make it easier to fall asleep, but it leaves your brain running on low energy throughout the night. The human body, especially the brain, needs water to function. Your brain is over 70% water, and it relies on that water to transport nutrients, remove toxins, and maintain alertness. When you don't provide enough water in the evening, your body quickly enters a state of mild dehydration, slowing blood circulation, impairing brain function, and leaving you more prone to headaches, dizziness, or a foggy feeling in your memory the next morning. I once treated Mrs. Helen, 74, from Texas. She told me that she often woke up with a dry mouth, feeling tired and dizzy. When I asked in more detail, I learned that she completely stopped drinking water after 5 p.m. After adjusting her habit of drinking a small glass of warm water with dinner and a few sips about an hour before bed, her dizziness and fatigue disappeared within just a few days. Her sleep became deeper, and she woke up noticeably more alert in the mornings. The reason is simple. While you sleep, the glymphatic system, the brain's natural cleaning mechanism, works at its peak. This system removes proteins and toxins that build up throughout the day, but it only functions efficiently when your brain is properly hydrated. Dehydration reduces the flow of cerebrospinal fluid, preventing waste products from being fully cleared out, and over time, this can impair memory and concentration. You don't need to drink a lot of water right before bed. Instead, stay hydrated steadily throughout the afternoon, especially between 5 and 8 p.m. Then, take a few small sips for about 60-90 minutes before sleeping. This helps your body maintain proper hydration while reducing the chance of waking up during the night. Remember, a little water at the right time is a precious gift for your brain. By taking care of this small habit each night, you'll not only sleep better, but also help your brain recover faster, sharpen your memory, and wake up with more energy in the morning. Habit number 5, watching the news or negative content before bed. Many people have the habit of watching the evening news, scrolling through social media, or reading current events before going to sleep. They think it's harmless, just a quick way to stay updated. But for your brain, it's the worst possible time to take in negative information. When you watch stressful news before bedtime, your brain can't relax. and that directly destroys the quality of your sleep. News, especially at night, rarely brings anything positive. Most of it revolves around violence, illness, conflict, or disasters. Powerful images that overstimulate your nervous system. When you watch them, your body immediately releases cortisol and adrenaline, the two hormones that make your heart race, your breathing quicken, and your brain enter a danger alert mode. This is a natural response meant to protect you from threats. But when it happens right before bed, it prevents you from falling into deep sleep. I once met Mr. David, 69, from Ohio. He told me that every night he watched the 10 o'clock news because it helps me relax. But in reality, he often tossed and turned until midnight and woke up every morning feeling exhausted. When he stopped watching the news for a week and replaced it with reading something light before bed, his sleep improved dramatically. He fell asleep faster and woke up feeling calmer and in a much better mood. Research has shown that exposure to negative information before sleep reduces the production of melatonin, the hormone that regulates your body's natural sleep rhythm. When melatonin is suppressed, your body doesn't receive the signal that it's time to rest, leaving you tossing and turning, waking up multiple times and feeling drained in the morning. Over time, this can also increase the risk of depression, anxiety, and memory decline in older adults. Remember, what you feed your mind before sleep determines the quality of your rest. Tonight, choose peace over chaos. Turn off the TV, put down your phone, and allow your mind to truly unwind, because a peaceful night leads to a clearer, healthier morning. Remember, what you feed your mind before sleep determines the quality of your rest. Tonight, choose peace over chaos. Turn off the TV, put down your phone, and allow your mind to truly unwind, because a peaceful night leads to a clearer, healthier morning. Habit number 4, taking PM medications or over-the-counter sleep aids. Many older adults believe that pills labeled PM, like Tylenol PM or Advil PM, are a safe and simple way to get a better night's sleep. They're available everywhere, no prescription needed, and advertised as ways to help you fall asleep faster and sleep deeper. But from a neurologist's point of view, I have to be honest, this is one of the most dangerous habits many people over 60 are falling into. These medications often contain diphenhydramine or doxylamine first-generation antihistamines. Their side effect is drowsiness, which makes many people believe they help you sleep. In reality, they only make you lose consciousness faster. They don't help your brain enter deep, restorative sleep. When used regularly, these medications disrupt the brain's natural sleep structure, especially the REM stage, when the brain restores memory and clears out toxins. As a result, even after 8 hours of sleep, you wake up feeling tired, heavy-headed, and unable to focus. Even worse, these medications suppress acetylcholine, a crucial neurotransmitter responsible for memory, focus, and balance. When this chemical decreases, the brain slows down, reflexes weaken, and the risk of falling increases. For older adults, even a single fall can have serious consequences. In addition, these medications can cause urinary retention, dry mouth, constipation, and confusion, especially in those with prostate or heart conditions. I once met Mrs. Carroll, 70, from Arizona. She had been taking Tylenol PM every night for 2 years because it helped her fall asleep quickly. But over time, she began forgetting things, waking up groggy, and relying on coffee just to feel alert. When she stopped the medication and switched to natural habits, turning off screens earlier, practicing breathing exercises, and using a low-dose melatonin supplement, within just 2 weeks, her sleep and memory improved noticeably. Remember, feeling drowsy doesn't mean you're getting good sleep. PM pills only trick your body into feeling sleepy. Your brain never truly rests. If you're currently taking them, don't stop abruptly. Talk to your doctor about how to safely reduce your dosage, and try replacing them with more natural methods like chamomile tea, soft lighting, and deep breathing before bed. Don't trade lasting clarity for temporary convenience. Every night you put that pill down is a night your brain truly begins to heal. Habit number 3, sleeping in a recliner instead of a bed. Many older adults prefer sleeping in a recliner because it feels comfortable, and especially if they suffer from back pain, shortness of breath, or acid reflux. They believe that the semi-upright position helps them sleep more easily and comfortably. But from a neurologist perspective, I must say that regularly sleeping in a recliner can quietly harm your brain over time. When you sleep in a half-reclined position, blood circulation becomes restricted, especially around the neck and legs. This reduces the amount of oxygen delivered to the brain, disrupting the nervous system's recovery process during sleep. At the same time, the heart has to work harder to pump blood upward to the head. As a result, you may wake up feeling dizzy, with swollen legs, or overall fatigue, even if you've slept for enough hours. The greater danger lies in how this position weakens the function of the glymphatic system, the brain's cleaning network, which works most effectively when you're lying flat. When you sleep in a recliner, your brain can't fully clear out waste products like beta amyloid, one of the key substances linked to Alzheimer's disease. It might seem minor, but when repeated night after night, this can gradually contribute to a decline in memory and concentration. I once met a patient, Mr. James, 72, from Florida. He told me he only naps in the recliner because it feels more comfortable. But after a few years, he began experiencing swollen legs, fatigue, and frequent forgetfulness. When he went back to sleeping in his bed, using two small pillows to elevate his head for easier breathing, within just a week he felt lighter, clearer-minded, and enjoyed much deeper sleep. Taking short naps in a recliner during the day is perfectly fine. Just don't turn it into your regular place to sleep through the night. Nighttime sleep is when your brain and body undergo full restoration, something a reclined position simply can't provide. If you have trouble lying flat, adjust your bed or mattress, but don't trade your brain's health for temporary comfort. Remember, a recliner is made for relaxation, not for long sleep. Every night you spend sleeping in it, you're taking away your brain's chance to truly clean and restore itself. Starting tonight, go back to your bed where your brain can truly rest and prepare for a clearer, more energized morning. Habit number 2, worrying or arguing before bed. Many older adults have the habit of carrying the day's thoughts and worries with them into bed. It could be about health concerns, family matters, or even small things that keep the mind unsettled. Others go to bed right after an argument, feeling angry or disappointed. They think, I'll just sleep it off. But in reality, the brain can't rest when you're under stress. When you're worried or angry, your body releases two main hormones, cortisol and adrenaline. These chemicals make your heart race, raise your blood pressure, and put your brain into a state of high alert. Biologically, this response helps humans react to danger, but at night, in the quiet of your bedroom, it becomes the very thing that destroys your sleep. Your brain can't enter the deep restorative stage of sleep because it believes you're still in the middle of a battle. When this happens repeatedly, it doesn't just cause insomnia, it also takes a long-term toll on your memory, heart health, and immune system. I once met Mrs. Susan, 70, from Oregon. She often complained that she never slept deeply and always woke up feeling foggy. After talking with her, I discovered she had a habit of dwelling on sad thoughts before bed, especially conflicts with her daughter. When she learned to write down her feelings in a journal and practice slow breathing for a few minutes before lying down, her sleep changed completely. Within a week, she fell asleep more easily and woke up feeling much lighter and calmer. The solution isn't to force yourself to forget, but to learn how to let your mind unwind. Try writing down the things that bother you. It's a way of taking them out of your head and putting them on paper. You can also practice a few rounds of deep breathing. Inhale slowly through your nose, hold for 3 seconds, then exhale gently through your mouth. Some people find it helpful to listen to soft music, read a few verses from the Bible, or simply reflect on 3 good things that happened that day. Remember, sleep is the time for your brain to recover, not to keep worrying. Whatever you couldn't resolve today, let tomorrow take care of it. Don't carry anger or fear into bed, because when you do, you take away your brain's chance to heal. A peaceful mind before sleep will give you deep rest and a truly refreshing morning. Habit number 1, sleeping with the TV on all night. Many older adults have the habit of keeping the TV on when they go to bed. They say the familiar background sound helps them feel less lonely and makes it easier to fall asleep. Some even find it impossible to sleep in complete silence. But what most people don't realize is that sleeping with the TV on is actually the most dangerous habit for your brain. Even with your eyes closed, your brain doesn't stop working. It continues to process sounds, light, and flickering images from the screen as if you were still awake. This prevents your brain from entering the deep and REM stages of sleep, the critical phases where memories are stored, toxins are cleared, and brain cells are renewed. In other words, when you sleep with the TV on, your brain never truly shuts off. You might sleep for 8 hours, but you'll wake up feeling tired, heavy-headed, forgetful, and emotionally unsteady. I once met Mr. Richard, 68, from California. He used to keep the TV on every night, so he wouldn't feel lonely. But over time, he noticed it was getting harder to concentrate, he forgot things more often, and his mood started to decline. When he decided to turn off the TV and replace it with gentle natural sounds like a flowing stream, soft wind, or instrumental music within just 2 weeks, he began sleeping more deeply and waking up more alert. He told me, Anna, I never realized silence could be so healing. The problem isn't just the light and noise, it's also the level of cortisol, the stress hormone. When the TV stays on all night, especially with fast-paced or loud content, your brain remains slightly stimulated, preventing cortisol from dropping to its normal resting level. This can raise blood pressure, weaken the immune system, and increase the long-term risk of stroke and Alzheimer's disease. If you need background sound to fall asleep, choose white noise or gentle nature sounds instead. Use a sleep timer or a small speaker placed away from your bed. And most importantly, keep your room dark and quiet. That's the ideal environment for your brain to restore and recharge. Remember, every night you sleep with the TV on is a night your brain loses its chance to heal. Turning it off tonight may seem like a small change, but it could help you reclaim deep sleep, sharper memory, and mornings full of energy. Your brain will thank you for it. If you found this video helpful, take a moment to hit like it lets me know that this information truly makes a difference for you. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for new health tips every week, featuring advice from doctors to help you stay healthy, sleep deeply, and keep your mind sharp at any age. You can also share this video with your friends or family, especially those struggling with sleep issues. Who knows, one small change you inspire today could help someone avoid much bigger problems tomorrow. Let tonight be the start of a new habit. Turn off the screens, take a deep breath, and allow your brain to find real peace. Because when your brain is rested, your life becomes clearer and brighter than ever before.